G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Just had a major change of plans. We were supposed to be dipping, so I've got ewe lambs in the yards there. I've just put the earlies in to put my hand on them and they are absolutely saturated. We only had like 3.5–4 mils of rain last night, but yeah, we still want the moisture. We're about 2 weeks away from wanting no moisture for 5 months. So now, and yeah, then I've got this, the 550 here, and back there's the 750, and the tudus, oh you can't quite see them, but that yellow paddock just through there, they're out in there. So we'll go and get them back where they belong, get some sheep nuts fed out, baleage. I'll make a decision on what I do with that mob of 750. They can either stay in that paddock. They shouldn't have gone in that paddock, but I had to have them handy to the yards for dipping. Or they go back where they were. There's no grass left there, but there's a little bit of baleage left there. Bugger all, they did pretty well with those 2 bales, but a little bit, and maybe give them 1 more bale there. Yeah, decisions. How do you feed stock when you got no feed? Yeah, get all that sorted, get everything back where it belongs, get another couple of wee jobs to do, and then we're going to go get another 5 tonne of urea, because I think we're just going to need it. Yeah, there's no 2 ways about that. Oh, there goes the lighter ewes heading onto a paddock. There's about 3 hectares there. I want to estimate the cover at about 1,600 average. Down here is probably more like 1,200 up there. There's quite a bit up there. I don't think it'd quite be 2,000 either, but yeah, it's quite a section of the paddocks. So yeah. Don't know how much time they should get on there, but they're going to get at least 2 days with nuts. Then they're going to come in here. There's a bit of feed here. We'll go to the best bit. Woohoo! Go to the bit beside it. Yeah. And it gets poorer as we go towards the boundary. But it is what it is. Here, slump! Here, slump! Poor dog's going deaf and blind and doesn't know where he is. He's a nice dog though. That's where they came out of last night, but as you can see further up, it's greening up, and I'm not too sure whether we're going to go back and graze that next, or we kind of have to. This is the neighbour's direct drill paddock. It's really green, but there's not a lot of feed up there, but it should be growing like crazy. So if we can get, say, 2 days there, 2 or 3 days here. That bank needs a graze. It's not really ideal for first cycle mating though. Yeah, I honestly don't know what we're going to do. We're going to get through. I just don't know how yet. We're going to get through. I just don't know how yet. We'll find that out when the time comes, I guess. There you go. The tudus and terminals underwater is probably the best, well, no, definitely the best grass on the farm. Not there obviously, but meh. Yeah, back on a bit of feed, get them dipped after belly crutching, I think. Well, not these girls, but those ones and the rest of them. And there goes the ewe lambs back on some feed. Some feed. They've already had a few days in here. They're going to go back up through that one into that other young grass paddock tomorrow, day after. I don't know, when they start looking hungry. They're pretty hungry right now because they had night in the yards, but yeah, be right, we'll get there. Right, this poor girl's been sitting for about, I don't know, 8 days, 9 days. Outside, horrible weather. Oh, you gotta love that. Electronics are pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna drop that pipe layer off, put the bulky up, go to Wyndham, get some ferret, and get some more urea on. Only way to take this thing off the tractor is just stick it in the ground and yeah, let it stand up that way. Oh, how good. Got a bit of an issue here. That dump pipe, which is this fella, must have been leaking last time, because we're running low on trans oil. Where's the gauge down there? Sight glass there. Well guys, we've got 3/4 of it on, still half a bin load there. I didn't get any filming done because the first load I was in a hell of a hurry to get rid of it, so I'll go get the second lot before the co-op closed, before the ferret co-op closed. and we got it, which is awesome. The problem I got now is that I don't have GPS. The problem isn't that I can't see my wheel tracks, it's that I don't have GPS. Yeah, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Please lobby the hell out of my wife. Tell her that I need auto steer. I don't know how people farm without it. But yeah, 21 mils of rain coming tomorrow. I wanted to get this all on before that, but hey, we've got most of it on. Can't really growl. Yeah, 21 mils of rain coming. That is huge. Do we still need rain? Yeah, we do. Do we have a lot of time left where we still want rain? No, we've got about 10 days. Ideally 10 days. And then if we had no rain until the end of September, that would be absolutely awesome. But we know that's not going to happen. Oh, another day. We've had, as near as makes no difference, 25 mils of rain overnight, which is pretty cool actually. That's enough now. That'll get us through the next 10 days. And the place is looking very, very green this morning. Excuse the freezer sitting here, it was in the hay shed, we had to get it out. We're waiting to have a load of white we had to take to the recycling centre. Main line of use. Everything's looking very, very perky. So we might be winning. No bird's nest on the exhaust. Always a win. No! What are you doing? Don't drive over the Swedes! I need to have a wee look at these things actually, they're looking pretty good. I know, I'm driving over Swedes. I have to get to that feeder over there because I need it. Oh, this is gonna make me cry. Oh no. We might keep off that hedgerow because that hedgerow is phenomenal. Oh. I'm wasting like a week's feed for 3 ewes here. Oh no. Look at it. Look at it. It had to happen. Oh well. Well, how's that for an efficient load? And one on the back. Yeah, that bale's sitting off centre on the front because this cattle pad we were going to winter the calves this year, because we wintered those big ones in there last year, it's grown a lot of hemlock. And hemlock being the plant they used to make the tea with to kill people they didn't want back in the old days of England. Yeah. So I did a bit of reading on it. Yeah, we were going to spray it and then we're just going to try and pull a fair bit of it out, and that wasn't going to work. So I actually took the bale forks up there in the bucket and scraped it all and got rid of, I want to say 99% of it, enough that it shouldn't be an issue when the calves do go up there. But in the process managed to break one of the long bale spears. So these forks in the front have 2 long bale spears central and then 2 shorter ones on the outside. And the idea there is you can pick up round bales or squares. I hate round bales. I don't hate round bales, I hate individually wrapped bales, especially individually wrapped round bales. They're just so much plastic, so much work, so much easier to take them out of a tube. Yeah, so now I've got to carry the bale off centre, which is not nice for the tractor, until we get to town or even Wyndham to buy another time. But we might get that done today, we'll see how we go. But for now, calves are still in a grass paddock, there's not much there. We're going to give them 2 bales of baleage, and that should be enough, a day and a half maybe. In theory with these round bales they should go through 4 bales every 2.5 days. They're still probably getting a wee bit of grass, but not much. When they go on the pad they'll be getting nothing, and the big squares they should go through roughly a bale a day, so 4 bales should last 4 days. Might only last 3, depends on how much they want to eat. I can't see them eating more than 7 kgs a day, so 7 kgs a day it'll be 3.5 to 4 days out of a set of 4 bales, which will be a big reduction in work over winter. Well, there's some happy calfies. I hate round bales. To make it worse, they film on film, so there's no net wrap. That's what it is. Hey, they're getting fed. We've got Oh, there must still be 50 odd of those bales left. 52, 53 maybe. Yeah, we'll get rid of them. Oh well, back spreading fertilizer again. Just knocked on 12 o'clock, so shouldn't take too long. There's not much left in the bin now. I've got one more paddock done today. But this one I got a couple of rounds off here last night, but I couldn't see what the hell I was doing. So with the price of this stuff, just decided we should probably stop. Would have been nice to get it all on last night, but there is more rain coming, which is awesome. As long as that tap does sort of slow down a bit in the next few weeks. For now, we're still going to take it. This urea is going on, so it's being applied over the top of urea we've already put on. We're topping up. We put on 45 kgs to the heat there in these paddocks last time, and we've just decided that that's not actually going to be enough to help us get through winter. Well, it would help. It's not going to be enough to get us through winter, so we're topping it up. I'd love to top it up to 70. My spreader doesn't spread under 45 kgs to the heat there, so we're topping it up to 90, which those other few paddocks that I did yesterday that we hadn't put any on last time, they got 90. What that's going to do is that is going to give us 6 weeks of boosted growth. So they're going to have the first 2 weeks, which they've already had, at 45 kgs to the heat there. They'll have a 2 week period at 90 and another 2 week period after that at 45. Now that is a little bit of a crude way to look at it. It does potentially hang around longer than that if not used, but that's sort of what we work on for our growth, to work out what we're gonna gain out of it. So yeah, things are definitely looking better this morning. That inch of rain overnight has been massive. I didn't think we still needed as much as we did, but colours have changed overnight. Yeah, pretty awesome. Southland might yet live up to its name. There's an old saying about Southland, and that is that it'll get you down, but it won't let you down. And that may well be what's happening here today, or this year. Hasn't let us down yet. 150 years of farming in Southland, I don't think it's let the farming community down just yet. Do we rely on that though? I don't think so. I don't think we can just sit back and sit there and say, no, we'll be fine, it'll look after us. I think that's just a wee bit too risky when it's our livestock and their welfare at risk. Excuse the bird poop on the window. As you can see, it's a wee bit rougher up here. 15 hectare paddock, and I had just shy of 900 ewes in here. That kind of stocking rate, you can't push them too hard to clean up too much, but they got most of it cleaned up pretty well. Just a few bits like that island over there is a wee bit rough. We're not going to put any more on there. I did that last time, but it's too wet now. No point putting a $100,000 tractor down a gully to try and get a few dollars worth of fertilizer on. Just about done up here. I just got to work out where my marks are, because yeah, like I said, I couldn't really see where I was going in the dark last night. I thought I might have been able to see my wheel tracks, but they weren't showing up. I need auto steer. I need auto steer. Can't live without it. Just can't afford it yet. One day we'll get there. There's my horizon there. There we go. Do ride very nice, these tractors. Well, that's that whole hill block up here done. A lot of hectares. What have we got? 10, 25, 35, 37, 47, this one 52. What else did I do down there? Another 7 hectare paddock. Best part of 60 hectares up here has been done. So that's going to give us a fair bit more feed if we can grow. What are we looking at now? Response, what are we, 90 kgs to the hectare, so we're going to be, sorry, just have to give me a second to work this out. roughly 40 units of N. So 40 units of N at a 10-to-1 response, 400 kgs to the hectare more grass in dry matter. So about 4 tonnes to the hectare of grass, but wet grass. So that should help out a fair bit. Is it going to fix the problem? No. Is it going to probably 75 to 80% fix the problem? Probably. So yeah, better than not doing it. Check this out, guys. We didn't have much to spare there, considering there's a bulge goes out. And on this side, I'm pretty sure we just touched, or maybe not. There goes the tyre lug right there. Maybe an inch to spare either side. There is a slight rub mark on that tyre, so I'm suspicious we did touch there somewhere. Might have been just there actually, that bit of a mark. Yeah, so that's a 12-foot gateway, but the way it is, it's probably a little bit more than 12. She's wide. Anyway, we'll go and adjust this rate. So holding that handle up there is roughly 45. Pull that down, go up 1.5, and that should have us set at 90. A few bits of stuff stuck in there. Yeah. So this paddock was young grass a couple of years ago, and it's just been hammered this year. Some nice bits of clover there though. So we're going to give it a good hit. It's hard to get in here. That's the only gateway I fit through, and yeah, it's a challenge. See the rub mark there, we might have rubbed in that last gate too. Well, I do love it when a plan comes together, but this time we're just a wee bit light. So we've got that much left in the bin. Ignore that, that's just from the super bin, from the super phosphate. I'm gonna estimate roughly 300 kilos there. So we're out by 5%. Does that matter? Not really. A lot of guesswork involved. I mean, we're working with a gate on the back of the spreader. We're working on hill country. I couldn't see where I was going last night in the dark. 5% is probably a pretty good margin of error. It does come with a bit of a bonus though. The thinner you spread this stuff over, the more area, the more benefit you get. But there's a bit of a happy medium there, because obviously you've got an application cost, and you want it to actually do something. So, you know, you go out, better turn that off. You go out and you put on 10 kg to the hectare, and you'll get a really, really good economic benefit out of that. But you won't actually grow a lot more grass. You go out and put on 200 kgs to the hectare, you'll grow a lot more grass because of that, but you won't get a lot of benefit. Happy medium is between 50 and 100 realistically. Yeah, so I've got a few paddocks out the back. They had about 70 go on. I'll go out there with what's left here, and I think I'll just do it again. It's had a couple of weeks. It's better to do it now than wait till it's 4 weeks is up, because by then we're going to be in May. A bit of overlap at this time of year in the 28-day cycle is probably a better thing than waiting and having nitrogen still doing its full thing going into June. So paddock was grazed last. We'll go and hit that, and then hopefully that'll get rid of all this. 50 kgs to the hectare. We'll be looking 6 hectares. There's 9 hectares there. Hopefully that'll get rid of the lot.